Hey, they got game. It's a cold world, cold game out here. Man, he done got sued by a female for the essay, right? The thing is, he didn't show up to court. You know, by default judgment, if you don't show up to court, you basically considered guilty. So with that happening, they actually took and repossessed his house today. His $4 million Calabasas mansion, but he owes 7.1, right? So I think they taking off like 4 point something for the house. He's still gonna owe close to 3 mil, right? The crazy part is he probably could have beat the situation had he took it serious and went to court. But, you know, we're going to get into the content and see how it played out.
With some news that he would have to hand over his $4 million Calabasas mansion to pay towards an unsettled debt that we've been seeing in the news and the headlines for about 10 years now, where he was accused of sexually assaulting a woman while filming a reality TV dating show that he had going on. And we've seen this pop up time and time again. They would accuse Game of allegedly trying to get around paying it, not giving the money up. Then the court would grant this lady some type of situation. But now they've took it to the point of coming directly for Game's home. And All Hip Hop has all the reports and the documents with this. Game has officially lost his multi-million-dollar Calabasas estate after a judge approved its sale to help cover the $7.13 million judgment awarded to Priscilla Rainey. Rainey sued the rapper in 2015 over an alleged sexual assault during the filming of his VH1 reality show, She's Got Game. The Game denied the allegations but failed to appear in court during a 2016 trial, leading to a default judgment. The jury awarded her $1.13 million in compensatory damages for the alleged assault and $6 million in punitive damages after he was accused of mocking the court by blowing off the trial entirely. The Los Angeles County Superior Court granted Rainey's request to sell the property on May 2nd, 2025 after years of legal wrangling and failed attempts by Game to avoid payment. The rapper argued that the house was protected under California's homestead exemption, ruling that the property is legally owned by JTT Holdings, LLC, not by Game himself. According to the ruling, Game may have an equity interest in JTT Holdings, but that doesn't confer up him an interest in the property. Rainey also successfully argued that JTT Holdings was just a shell company created by Game and his manager, Whack 100, to keep the residents out of his name and out of her reach. Rainey has aggressively pursued collection efforts of her $7 million judgment. She has seized his music royalties and targeted other assets tied to Game's businesses and intellectual property. According to Zillow, the property is currently valued at approximately $4,037,500. If it sells at that price, the Game would still owe Rainey nearly $3 million. And they put it all up in the reports right there. And this is one of them ones that I say that I'm getting hip to this information. And sometimes these things happen in the way. I'm not saying the Game actually did that to the girl with the sexual assault. Supposedly it touched on her, nothing like that. But him not going to court is the lesson that's learned right here. This is what you take from this, because it's 10 years in the game now for a Game, no pun intended, where, hey, 10 years deep in this, they still coming for that money that you lost in court because it's...
So, hey, let's get into it. Y'all see they done took his house. We're going to get into it and let him explain what happened really here. But the main thing is, the lesson is, man, you got to go to court. You got to go to court, man. Don't duck dodge these people. You're making your problem snowball effect into a bigger problem. Man, handle your business. Stand up. Face whatever's going on. If you ain't facing no 20 years or better, hey, man, 10 years or better, you need, that's the only time you might need to take off on the run. Otherwise, you need to face that deal with it, get them problems behind you so you can live your life, some sense of comfort, you know what I'm saying? Let's get back to the content, see how she did Game with this house.
Judge ruled in her favor. She gonna be able to try to come for that until it's paid off. And now they saying, hey, Game, you got to sell that house. Now, I'm pretty sure he could come with a way to try like counter block it, maybe, but once the judge ruled it, bro, it's going to get to the point where the people going to be at your door forcing you to get up out of there. Get all your belongings, gather everything. This house is no longer yours, and there's nothing you can do about it then. All you can do is try to make it harder for her. So by him not going to court is what made this get raised up to that extra 6 right there back in that time. And you might think in your life, in your mind, this ain't important. Who cares, man? They trying to put me on some sexual assault stuff, nigga. I ain't never did nothing like that. I ain't never moved like that. But this is a lesson to be learned, because I don't know how all this stuff works. I don't be having all this information. Man, you better go to court, and your lawyers got to advise you, hey, going to court is mandatory right here, because these damages and these other fees, you showing disrespect towards the court, therefore go for the gusto on you. And you going to have to come off that money if you play with these people inside of these courtrooms and things. I tell people like this right here, bro, this is a tough one, dog. Because they say you still going to have to owe that money. Even if you sell the house for $4 million, which as if it go for that, you still going to have to come off more paper in the end. You can wiggle and finesse and play with these type of games, but they going for the gusto on you. It's already put inside the courtrooms, man. Game was one of them rappers that when that nigga came out, I most definitely was jamming. Most definitely was seen as the face of the West Coast. Most definitely seen as one of the niggas in the game, one of the top artists. Most definitely was spitting and rapping. But as of late, things like this happening right here is like, wow, bro, what is really going on, man? This right here is $7 million, man, over something that a nigga ain't even get to smash, something that a nigga didn't even. I don't know if he did or didn't, or try, if they really messed around or what. But filming a reality TV show, this is not the way you want to go, bro. To this be the end result of that. And I mean, I know reality TV shows was like the little wave, and you still got all that chaos going on right now with that type of stuff. But that'll show you, that's putting you in a situation that you can take a major L in. Because sometimes, and I'm not saying this for the girl, I don't know what happened with her because I wasn't there. But sometimes them things can put you in a bad predicament like that, bro. When you, yeah.
Hey, and in case y'all didn't know, you gotta remember all this started from a TV show. I forgot the name of it, the Game Head. It was when the reality TV shows was real big and popping or whatever. So this happened on one of those shows. Man, that's crazy that they didn't use the show against them. You get what I'm saying? So, man, you gotta be careful out there, man. Get married, stay out the way, because, man, ain't nothing but trouble out here. Make sure you protect your investment and secure your wife, because, man, any other type of time you on, it ain't worth the risk, man. Check out Shannon Sharp, because this shit's crazy. But let's get back to the content, man. Let's see how it play out. Hey, man, you gotta protect yourself, man. Be more careful out here. Hey, hope everything work out for Game. I'm pretty sure he's still financially cool, but that's a major loss to have to go through. And look like they still looking for more money, like $3 more million. So he's gonna have to pay, or they're gonna figure out how to squeeze him out of the money. Pause. But the whole thing is, man, every day is a holiday, every meal is a banquet. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video.